Hello and welcome to another episode of the Life and Truth podcast. I'm always excited to have you tuning and to have you listening. If this is the first time you're coming to the podcast, please do not hesitate to go to all of my social media accounts as you have here on the screen. Of course, at jonathanobise.com, my website, and of course, at Jonathan Obise to listen to all the previous episodes. And I so believe it's going to be a blessing to your heart. So today, I'm going to be talking about something special. Something very special in the sense that it's something you can relate with, your everyday life so far. Everything you do, it's something you see in school, it's something you see in work, it's something you see at home, it's something you see in the community, in the environment where you live. It's something you can relate with. And what I'm going to talk about is the top 5 enemies of progress or success, as you may want to view it. So, the top 5 enemies of progress. Now, everybody you meet on the street wants to succeed. Everybody you meet in school, in church, around your environment, your community, wherever you live. Everybody wants to succeed. Now, you ask people, if you have the opportunity, you ask people, do you want to succeed? They will say yes. Do you want to be a success? They'll say yes. You ask them, do you have what it takes to be a success? They would say, yes, I have what it takes to be a success. Then you ask them, are you doing what it takes to become a success? And that is where most often than not, you begin to get some sort of, staggered answers. Why? Because there are usually factors that always, stand as hindrances or as enemies to making progress and to success in the life of literally everyone. Successful people and those who are also trying to be successful. And everybody can really tell you what they feel are some of the factors. But Today I've decided to just talk about 5. And the number 1 I want to talk about is procrastination. Yes, procrastination. Procrastination is something that plagues almost everyone. I, for example, a lot of times, I set up reminders, and then when the reminder comes up, I say, oh, remind me in 1 hour, remind me in 1 hour, remind me in 1 hour. And before you realize, I've already clicked on remind me tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow morning comes, I say, oh, remind me next weekend. Procrastination plagues literally everyone. But if you must make progress, you must cut off from procrastination. You must do what you must do. So the answer and the solution to that is say no to procrastination. Never allow procrastination to get to the point where it begins to hurt your progress and to begin to hurt your success and the results you need to produce. Number 2 is laziness. Laziness is something that plagues everyone. Sometimes you just want to be lazy. For me, sometimes I just feel like just being lazy, like literally just being lazy. I don't just want to do anything, right? But that is something that as human you can run away from, from time to time. But it shouldn't be something that becomes a part and parcel of your life, like something that it's always there. You're just lazy. You're not doing what you need to do. You're just sleeping, for 12, 15 hours. Now, laziness, cut it off. Number 3. Indecision, right? So not just being decisive. So you need to take action. For example, you need to write a certification exam. You're undecided whether you should take the certification exam or not. You're just there. You're not really thinking so much. It's not really like you're analyzing the situation, but you're just undecided. You're not just taking a decision that should move you in the right direction. Indecision can rob your success, can rob your progress. So you want to watch for it. And the solution to indecision, of course, is becoming the step you and meet them just to go out, become decisive, right? And then number 4 now, I believe, is overthinking. Overthinking is something that sometimes you have, you're just in a situation, and because you're sort of you're overanalyzing the situation. How about if I do this and then it doesn't turn out the way I want it to be? How about if I put myself out there and people come after me? How about if I put myself out there and I'm not good enough? Hey, the truth about this is in life, you can never be at that point where you can say, oh, everything is perfect, everything is just aligned. Very few people get to that point where they can have that experience of perfection. And like someone said, the enemy of perfect, the enemy of good is perfect, right? The enemy of getting something done it's, perfection, wanting to be perfect. So you just continue to overthink the situation, and that usually will just keep you stuck at that level and would hinder you from making progress and moving forward. And then lastly, fear. Fear of failure, fear of what people would say, fear of all the people, maybe they may not like what I'm putting out, fear of whatever, just fear of failure, general fear. Someone said that fear is, false expression appearing real, right? You just have this fear in your mind, you're overthinking the situation, and that has created fear in you. And you're like, oh, how about if I do this? And then they feel, oh, it's not good enough. How about if I do this and I mess it up? How about if I do this and then I fail? And I'll share a story with you. When I was much younger, I started learning the piano, and at this time I couldn't really play too well, but I could play. And then in the church at the time, we didn't have someone to play the piano. And so I decided, I was going to play the piano. So I stood up from where I was and I decided to go, to go play the piano. However, when I left the church, I went out of the church and I was supposed to go like around the church to go, to where the piano was. I went out. When I went out, I went outside the church and I stood somewhere and I just started thinking. I was like, how about if I go? And I begin to play and I can't find the keys. What the singer is singing on. And I was just thinking, how about if I go and I begin to play? Okay, I find the key and then I begin to play and the singer changes the key. What am I going to do? I was thinking and analyzing, and at the end of the day, the praise session finished, and then I came back to my seat without playing anything, right? I was afraid, I was scared, and that hindered me, right, from even throwing myself out there and probably, just doing something and maybe learning, in the process. And that hindered me really from making progress. But eventually, of course, I made progress. But overthinking, fear, false expression appearing real can keep you from making progress. So the solution to all of this is to do the opposite. If you're having fear, apply faith. If you're indecisive, become decisive. If you're overthinking, stop overthinking and move forward. If you're lazy, stop being lazy and do what you have to do. And of course, if you're procrastinating, stop procrastinating and take decision. What you must do, you must do. If you must become a success, you must learn to take decisions, take the step, and do what you must do when you need to do them, irrespective of what people say, in spite of what people think. This is the secret to making progress. I believe that this has blessed your heart, and I look forward to bringing more your way. Please do not hesitate to like, to share, to spread this word around, and let it encourage someone and help someone to make progress in their life, in their career, in their business, whatever it is that they do. And I look forward to speaking with you again on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy your day, and bye-bye.